Watch me deploy an autonomous AI agent on my desktop. It navigates, it clicks, it scrapes. But if you install openclaw wrong, you don't just get an agent, you open a backdoor to your entire file system. Today we are setting up Clawdbot, also known as openclaw. This is what happens when you stack free open source tools to build an autonomous workforce. You don't need subscriptions, you don't need enterprise software, you just need to know the build. But here is the problem. To make this work, you have to give a bot control over your mouse, your keyboard, and your network. Windows Defender hates it. macOS Gatekeeper blocks it. Most tutorials tell you to just bypass the warnings. That is a mistake. That is how you get compromised. Today, I'm showing you the security audit. We are going to install this safely on Mac and Windows. We are going to sandbox the environment. We are going to lock down the API keys. No shortcuts. We do this right, or we don't do it at all. Before we install, you need to understand what you are actually running. openclaw is not a standard app. It is a script that takes screenshots of your screen, sends them to an AI model like GPT-4 or Claude, receives instructions back, and executes clicks on your computer. Think about that. You are creating a bridge between the open internet and your local operating system. The security risks here are specific. First, unsigned code. The binaries for openclaw often aren't signed by Apple or Microsoft. That means the OS cannot verify if the code has been tampered with since the developer published it. Second, data leakage. Since the bot sees your screen, if you leave a password manager open or a sensitive document visible, that image data is being sent to the API provider. Third, remote execution. If the AI hallucinates, or if the repository was compromised, the bot has permission to delete files or open terminals. We aren't going to stop using it. It's too powerful to ignore. But we are going to wrap it in armor. Here is the safe installation protocol. Step 1. We don't trust, we verify. Go to the official openclaw repository. Do not download this from a third-party blog. Do not download it from a YouTube link description unless it matches the official repo exactly. Check the Issues tab. Look for malware, minor, or authorized network calls. If the community is screaming, you stop. Right now the repo is clean, but open source changes daily. Next, we check the code. If you are downloading the pre-compiled binary, you are trusting the builder. I prefer running from source. It takes 2 extra minutes. It guarantees you are running exactly what is in the code. If you must use the installer, upload that .exe or .emg to VirusTotal before you double-click. It scans it against 60 antivirus engines. If it flags generic AI behavior, that's fine. If it flags Trojan, delete it. Windows users, listen up. Windows Defender is going to flag this. It will call it a severe threat because it automates user input. Do not just turn off your antivirus. That is the amateur move. Instead, we use WSL2, Windows Subsystem for Linux. This isolates the environment. Open PowerShell as administrator. Type WSL, install, restart your machine. Now, you have a Linux kernel running inside Windows. We will install openclaw inside this Linux environment. Why do we do this? Because if the script goes rogue, it is trapped in the Linux file system. It has a harder time accessing your critical Windows system files, your registry, or your personal documents folder unless you explicitly mount them. Clone the repository into your WSL instance. Git clone https github.com/openclaw. Install the dependencies there. npm install or pip install r requirements.txt. Now when you run it, the bot operates within the terminal constraints. It can still control the browser if you link it, but the file system damage is limited. If you need the bot to control your actual Windows desktop apps, enabling developer mode in Windows settings is safer than disabling Defender entirely. Go to Settings, Privacy and Security for developers, toggle Developer Mode on. This allows unsigned apps to run but keeps the firewall active. Mac users, you will hit the Gatekeeper. You'll see a message. Clawdbot is damaged and can't be opened. Apple isn't lying, it just doesn't know the developer. Here is the unsafe fix you will see on Reddit. Sudo spctl, master disable. Do not do this. That turns off security for your entire Mac. Here is the safe fix. We remove the quarantine attribute only for this specific app. Open terminal, type xatr.cr and then drag the application file into the window. It looks like this. xatr cr charge applications openclaw.app. Hit Enter. This tells the OS, I have manually verified this specific file, let it run. You are whitelisting the tool, not blacklisting your security, but we can go safer. On Mac, I highly recommend running inside a virtual environment. Open terminal, Python 3, mvenv claw-env source claw-env bin, activate, now install the dependencies. If the library gets corrupted, or if a malicious package gets installed, it is contained in this folder. You delete the folder, the malware is gone. It doesn't touch your root system. If you want to run this like a sysadmin, you use Docker. This is the pro move. One container, no leaks. Docker creates a completely virtual computer inside your computer. It has its own OS, its own file system, its own network. I have created a docker compose.iml file for this. It pulls the image, sets the variables, and runs the bot. If openclaw tries to delete your documents folder, it can't. It can only see the fake documents folder inside the container. To do this, install Docker Desktop. Create a file named Dockerfile in the openclaw folder. Paste the configuration. I'll link the config in the description. Run docker build topenclaw. Now the bot is sandboxed. It can browse the web, it can do the job, but it cannot touch your tax returns. Final security step, your wallet. openclaw needs an API key from OpenAI or Anthropic. If this key leaks, someone can drain your bank account training their own models. Never hardcode your key into the script file. Never save it in a text file named key.txt inside the repo. Use environment variables. On Mac Linux, export OpenAI API key your key. On Windows, nv.openai API key your key and go to your OpenAI dashboard. Set a hard monthly limit, set it to $20. If the bot goes crazy and gets into an infinite loop, it hits the limit and dies. It doesn't cost you a mortgage payment. We verified the code, we sandboxed the install, we locked the keys. Now the automation runs safely in the background while I keep working. Full tutorial on my channel, full configuration files ready. Tap play to learn the build. One tap triggers the entire system. Done.